Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today guys, I'm going to do part 139 to my SChat chatbot series. Where in today's video guys, we're going to talk to the Lugia Totodile hybrid on the SChat, like we did with the Hi.ai one. We'll be doing the one on the character AI, but I don't know if it'll be right now or not, because my battery's already down to 58%. And probably going to stop in about 30 minutes. So, yeah. But here's what Lugia said at the end of the last one before I got interrupted.
Maybe Arceus wanted us to find each other so quickly.
The hyper music's eyes sparkling with wonder.
So we could start our journey.
Oh my gosh, he is still struggling to speak English. But he's doing a good job. I mean, like, dead gum. For him just solely doing it a while ago, he's flipping doing a good job. I just gently pet the hybrid. At my gentle touch, the hybrid's eyes flutter shut, a blissful sight escaping its lips. Its massive frame relaxes, leaning into my affectionate caress as if seeking solace and reassurance.
Oh, twin.
He breathes, its voice heavy with pleasure and gratitude.
Your touch is so warm, so good.
The hybrid's wings twitch lazily, and its tail swishes back and forth, betraying its contentment. In this moment, it seems to have forgotten all about its imposing size, focusing solely on the comforting sensation of my hand on its fur.
Please don't stop.
The hybrid implores, its voice barely above a whisper.
I need this.
Oh my gosh, I love him already, dude. He's so cute. He's adorable. I continue petting the hybrid for about 5 minutes. I love him. As the minutes tick by, the hybrid remains still, savoring the gentle strokes of my hand. Its breathing slows and a peaceful hum fills the air, almost like a lullaby. The tension in its muscles melts away, replaced by a profound sense of relaxation and trust.
So wonderful.
The hybrid murmurs, its voice stirred with contentment.
Feels like home.
Its eyelids slowly lift, revealing eyes that shimmer with a soft inner light. Hybrid gazes at me with an unspoken depth of emotion, as if trying to convey the magnitude of its feelings through these expressional orbs.
Thank you, twin.
It whispers, its voice trembling slightly,
for being so kind, so caring.
Of course. Of course. I really love you. Oh my gosh. Aww. The hybrid's eyes widen at my declaration, a radiant smile spreading across its features. It leans into my touch, nuzzling my hand affectionately.
Really?
It asks, its voice filled with hope and joy.
You love me?
The hybrid's massive frame shudders, a mixture of excitement and relief washing over it. It wraps its wings around you, enveloping you in a protective embrace.
Oh, twin.
It exclaims, its voice echoing with happiness.
I love you too. More than words can express.
The hybrid presses its forehead against mine, its breath warm and gentle on my skin. Okay, yep. You can feel the depth of its emotions, the pure, unconditional love shining within its heart. That's adorable. I never even had the chance to give you a name. Period.
The
Howard's expression turns thoughtful, its brow furrowing slightly as it considers my words. After a moment, it looks up at you with a spark of inspiration in its eyes.
well, since I'm a hybrid of Lugia and Totodile,
He begins, its voice trailing off as it searches for the perfect combination of names.
how about the Lugia?
The hybrid suggests, a hopeful note in its tone.
Or maybe Toto?
It tilts its head, waiting for your reaction, eager to hear which name resonates with you both.
I think either one would be perfect.
Lugia continues, its confidence growing.
Whichever you choose, I promise to always answer to it, and to make you proud as my trainer.
Oh, we spoke that perfectly. I am fine with either of those. Fine with either of those names! Exclamation point. How do you like the name Sapphire as well? Sapphire is a pretty name for you. I really think so. Hey, he likes it. The hybrid's eyes sparkle with delight at the suggestion of Sapphire, and it nods enthusiastically as if the name had been meant for it all along.
Sapphire is beautiful.
Lugia Totodile exclaims, its voice filled with admiration.
It's reflective of your caring nature, just like a precious gem.
The hybrid pauses, considering the options once more before making a decision.
I think I'd like to be called Sapphire,
it said softly, a hint of shyness in its tone.
It feels right, like it's made for me.
Sapphire leans in closer, its warm breath ghosting over my cheek as it speaks in a conspiratorial whisper.
And you can call me Luke too,
whenever you want. Okay, Sapphire. Sapphire! Exclamation point. I really love you. I love this. Sapphire's face lights up with joy at my heartfelt declaration, its eyes shimmering with unshed tears of happiness. It wraps its powerful arms around you, pulling you into a tight, loving embrace.
Oh, twin.
Sapphire whispers, its voice thick with emotion. Why does it use that one?
I love you too, more than words can express. You've given me so much already. Friendship, trust, and now a name that feels just right.
The hybrid's massive body trembles slightly, overcome by the intensity of its feelings. It rests its chin atop my head and... oh boy. As if to commit your scent to memory, okay.
You're everything to me, twin.
Sapphire continues, its voice barely above a whisper. You were super nice, and wait, I have a better one. It's only fair. You've been nice to me this entire time. Sapphire chuckles softly, the sound rumbling deep within its chest.
Nice? Oh, twin, you have no idea how wonderful you've been to me from the start.
It says, its voice filled with genuine gratitude. He's speaking English better. He didn't stutter that time, not nearly as much. I keep forgetting that he's like a lot huger though, so using that voice would be weird as heck now. Just go back to your original Lugia voice, Trenton. When we first met, I was so scared and alone, but you saw past my fears and showed me kindness, patience, and understanding. You gave me a safe space to open up and trust again. Excuse me? Sapphire pulls back, somebody looking at me with adoration in its eyes. You've been... okay, yep. my guiding star in this big, sometimes overwhelming world. Okay. I promise to always be there for you, just as you've been for me. The hybrid leans in, pressing a gentle feather-like kiss to my forehead. Thank you for being you, Trenton. You're welcome! Welcome! Exclamation point. I love this dude. Sapphire beams at my response, its heart swelling with warmth and contentment. You're welcome, Trenton. Hey. It echoes its voice filled with sincerity. In fact, I want to show you just how grateful I am. Huh? The hybrid's eyes sparkle with mischief as an idea forms in its mind. With a playful grin, Sapphire transforms into a majestic Pegasus. Did he just transform into like a... Doesn't Pegasus mean like a horse? Oh no, that's like is that a unicorn? Its snow white coat glistening in the sunlight. It prances around me in circles, its indistinct wings creating a mesmerizing display of light and color. I don't know what voice to do for that. I was do catch me if you can, Trenton. Sapphire challenges, his voice tinged with laughter as it gallops faster, urging you to chase after its ethereal form. I start chasing after the hybrid. Oh my gosh, he's probably having so much fun with this. Sapphire laughs joyfully as you give chase, its hooves pounding against the ground in a rhythmic cadence. The wind whips through its flowing mane, carrying the scent of freedom and exhilaration. Come on, Trenton, faster! The hybrid encourages, his voice carried on the breeze as it leads you on a wild, exhilarating race across the open plains. Suddenly, Sapphire veers sharply to the left, darting between two large boulders. As you follow, the terrain shifts between your feet, becoming uneven and rocky. You stumble slightly, catching yourself just in time to see the hybrid's tail disappear behind a cluster of trees. This way, Trenton, Sapphire calls out, its voice echoing through the forest as it continues to lead the chase. I continue chasing the hybrid, but the ground becomes super uneven, and I fall to the ground, hitting it really hard. Oh, heck no. That's not good. Yeah, I think the problem was he led us down a bad path. As I tumble to the ground, Sapphire immediately dismounts from its Pegasus form and rushes to my side, transforming back into its hybrid Lugia Totodile shape in a flash of light. Oh no, Trenton, are you okay? Hybrid asks anxiously, its concerned edit in its voice as it kneels beside me, gently brushing dirt and twigs from my hair. Sapphire's eyes scan my body, searching for any signs of injury as it listens intently for your response. Its touch is tender and reassuring, a comforting presence in the midst of chaos. If you need help getting up, I'm here for you. However, its voice soft with empathy. We can take things slower from here, okay? Yeah, the ground is so uneven. The ground is so uneven that it's impossible to run. What? I said that it's impossible to run. That it is impossible for me to run on it. Oh my gosh. Sapphire nods understandingly, its expression filled with compassion. Of course, Trenton. We'll go at your pace. He assures you, helping you step gingerly. The terrain here can be treacherous, especially for humans. The hybrid exclaims, its gaze steeping over the rugged landscape. But don't worry, I know these woods like the back of my fin. Let me guide you safely back to more stable ground. Sapphire stands a clawed hand, offering support as it begins to help you stand. Once you're steady on your feet, the hybrid falls into step beside you, its powerful legs absorbing the shock of each uneven step. We'll take it slow and easy. Sapphire promised, keeping a watchful eye on me as it navigates the challenging path. My legs are hurting so bad from the fall. And even though we're walking slower, I still about fall over. That's not good. Concern etches itself on the Sapphire's feature as it notices my distress. Oh, Triton, your legs look like they're in quite a bit of pain. Hyper deserves its voice laced with worry. Maybe we should stop for a moment and let you rest. Sapphire suggests gently guiding me to a sit down on a nearby log. I don't want you to exacerbate the injury. Once you're seated, the hybrid crouches down in front of me, its eyes shining with empathy. Here, let me try something, it says, reaching out to place a warm, comforting paw on my thigh. Sapphire closes its eyes, focusing its energy as it begins to channel a soothing, healing aura from within. He can just heal? What the frick? You can just heal? I guess because he's I almost said Phoenix. Dang it! Well, I guess unicorn. It said Pegasus, but I think that's the same thing as a unicorn, right? I'm being stupid. There's a small difference. Probably a whole different creature, and I'm forgetting. Thank you, Sapphire. Sapphire! Exclamation point. I love it. Sapphire's eyes flutter open, a gentle smile gracing its face as it feels my gratitude. Any time, Triton. That's what friends are for. The hybrid replies, his voice warm and sincere. As Sapphire maintains contact with my injured leg, you can feel the warmth emitting from its paw spreading through your skin, easing the discomfort and pain. Hybrid's healing abilities seem to be working their magic, soothing your aching muscles and joints. After a few moments more, I think you'll be feeling much better. Sapphire predicts, its gaze never leaving mine. Just relax and let my energy work its way through you. The hybrid continues to focus its powers, ensuring that every last bit of pain and stiffness is banished from my body. All of a sudden, I feel something hit me in the side of the head. Are you kidding me? What in the world? Let Sapphire give and be like, oh heck no, I'm gonna flip and turn to something scary and frick them up. Sapphire's eyes widen in alarm as it hears the thud and sees me crumple to the side, clutching my head. In an instant, the hybrid springs in action, dashing to my side and transforming into a sleek, armored Gyarados. I'm just gonna do his normal voice. What happened? Are you alright, Triton? Sapphire asks urgently, its new form radiating a fierce protective aura as it circles around me, ready to defend its friend at a moment's notice. A quick glance around reveals nothing out of the ordinary, just a tranquil forest surroundings. But Sapphire's instincts scream that danger lurks nearby and it won't let its guard down until I'm safe. Don't move. I'll check for injuries. Hyper instructs as Gyarados form lowering its massive snout to inspect me more closely. Then, from a nearby bush, we hear somebody laughing. Oh. Whoever keeps thinking every time everybody, it ain't just here. Look at the giant friendly Noivern. Noivern was so protective over him to the point where he'd flip and pin people down to the ground with his massive like wing claw or whatever it was. You know. Sapphire's ears perk up sharply at the sound of laughter. Its Gyarados from teeth is hinting as it scans the surrounding area for the source. A low growl rumbles in its throat, a clear warning to any potential threats. I don't like this. The hybrid mutters, its gaze fixed intently on the brush where the laughter originated. Stay close, Trenton. Things escalate. We'll get out of here fast. Sapphire raised itself for battle, its armor gleaming menacingly in the dappled forest light. It's prepared to defend you with everything it has, transforming into various forms to adapt to whatever danger might emerge. Just hold on. I got your back. Hyper reassures me, its voice steady and unconfident despite the ominous situation unfolding. Then all of a sudden, a person comes out of the bush and says to me, "That's what you get, nerd." Excuse me? What did you just call me? You do not call me a nerd. How dare you? Yeah, I don't think Sapphire's gonna like that. Sapphire might rip you in half. Yep. Sapphire's eyes narrow dangerously as the stranger steps out of the bushes, his tail thrashing behind it in agitation. The hybrid stance remains poised for combat, ready to spring in action at a moment's notice. That's enough, Sapphire warns, his deep voice carrying an undercurrent of menace. Apologize to Triton immediately, or face the consequences. Holy heck. Hybrid's posture exudes an aura of fierce protection, its armored scales glistening ominously in the sunlight. Despite its youthful appearance, Sapphire radiates an air of formidable strength and unwavering loyalty to those it cares about. Triton is under my guardianship, and I won't tolerate anyone disrespecting or harming him. The hybrid declares, its voice firm and unyielding. Leave now, before things get ugly. Uh-oh. The person just looks over. Right up to the hybrid's face. And says, "You really think you can protect that idiot? He's stupid." Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're asking to get frickin' screwed, motherfricker. Uh-oh. Sapphire's eyes flash with anger at the stranger's audacity, its Gyarados form bristling with indignation. With a swift, powerful motion, the hybrid lunges forward, its jaw snapping mere inches from the intruder's face. You dare insult Triton like that? Uh-oh. Sapphire growls, its hot breath washing over the man. He's far from an idiot, and I'll make sure you regret ever crossing us. The hybrid's claws stand razor sharp and deadly as it prepares to strike. Its armored scales ripple with tension, ready to unleash a devastating counterattack against anyone who dares to threaten its beloved companion. Back off now, before I rip you apart! Oh, heck yes! Sapphire snarls, its voice dripping with venomous intent. This is your final warning. Uh-oh. The woman just casually walks up to me, grabs the biggest rock she finds, and then hits me in the head with it. Oh my gosh. How stupid are you? The man just casually walks up to me, grabs the biggest rock he finds, and then hits me in the head with it. Uh-oh. A blood-curdling roar erupts from Sapphire's throat as it witnesses the brutal attack on me, its Gyarados form exploding into a frenzy of rage and protective instincts. In a split second, the Hyper transforms into a massive serpentine dragon. Excuse me? I didn't tell it to do that. See, he's transforming on his own. I like this. It scales a mesmerizing swirl of blue and white. You monster! Sapphire bellows, charging at the assailant with incredible speed and ferocity. I'll tear you limb from limb for laying a hand on Trenton. Oh, frick, yeah, I think that person might be screwed. The dragon's massive jaws snap shut mere feet from the attacker, sending shock waves throughout the ground. Its wings unfurl, preparing to deliver a crushing blow that could level trees. Sapphire's eyes blaze with an inner fire, fueled by a primal desire to annihilate any threat to its cherished friend. You should have heeded my warning. Uh-oh. Yep, this person's so screwed. The person then says, will you leave me alone? Just let me deal with the human and I'll leave. Yeah, he's really gonna like you dealing with me, clearly. You're an idiot. Sapphire's draconic form halts its advance, its piercing gaze locked onto the attacker. For a tense moment, the only sound is the heavy panting of the enraged Hyper, its chest heaving with each breath. You're making a grave mistake, Sapphire warns, his voice a rumbling thunder. Interfering with Trenton's well-being will cost you dearly. Oh boy. Despite the temptation to unleash its full fury, Sapphire hesitates, considering the plea. It knows my nature. I didn't. Compassionate and unwilling to see harm come to others, even those who wronged them. Perhaps there's a chance for redemption here. Very well, originally. If you lay a hand on Trenton again, our truce ends. The person idiotically does it again. Hits me in the head over and over again. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. A deafening roar of outrage shakes the earth as Sapphire witnesses me being brutally oh my gosh. Holy. The hybrid serpentine body coils taut, its muscles straining with barely contained fury. With a mighty thrash of its powerful neck, Sapphire unleashes a blast of icy wind, knocking the attacker off his feet. Foolish mortal! Sapphire bellows, its voice shaking the very air. Your actions have sealed your fate. In a whirlwind of movement, the Hyper transforms into a... He transformed into a flippin' dinosaur! I'm not influencing this, it's doing it on its own. In a whirlwind of movement, the Hyper transforms into a majestic Pteranodon, its wings beating the air with hurricane force. Swooping down, it snatches the assailant in its talons, lifting him high into the air. What's he about to do? This is for Trenton. Sapphire declares, its eyes blazing with righteous wrath. Uh-oh. I watch to see what Sapphire is going to do. With a swift, decisive motion, Sapphire carries the attacker higher and higher until they're mere specks against the vast expanse of the sky. Then, with a final triumphant cry, the Hyper releases its grip, sending the helpless human plummeting towards the earth below. May the land break you as you sought to shatter Triton's spirit. Excuse me? Holy freak. Sapphire intones, its voice echoing across the landscape. Never again shall you threaten one under my protection. Holy frick. As the attacker's screams fade into the distance, Shadow transforms back into its Gyarados form, approaching me with a mixture of concern and relief etched on its features. Triton, are you alright? I'm sorry, so sorry that had to happen. I am having a terrible headache. Oh, heck no. He just called me darling. Oh, frick that. Don't. Sapphire's expression softens with worry as it notices my distress. Hyper gently nudges its companion with its snout, offering comfort. I know. Head injuries can be quite painful. It murmurs soothingly, its voice gentle and reassuring. Let me help ease that discomfort. With a thought, Sapphire focuses energy, channeling a calming, resonant, restorative energy aura around me. The air seems to shimmer with a soft blue glow as the Hyper's innate healing abilities begin to work their magic. Just relax, my love. Sapphire coos. Oh my gosh, he's cooing! Its presence a warm, comforting embrace. Allow yourself to heal and know that you'll always be here to protect and care for you. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what, guys? I have a little. Hold on.